Today is Monday, March 26, 2018. And on Friday, that would be March 30th. Some people call it Good Friday, and a dummy like me wants to know what is so good about that Friday, especially when on March 30th of this year, that's the year of the Passover. I can understand a little blood on your door that would keep the angel of death away from the firstborn. But wait a minute. Killing somebody? Are you kidding me? Somebody share that with me and I'll share this with you. Be blessed.
Now that the vernal equinox is past, I sure am looking forward to Good Friday.
What's so good about it?
What do you mean what's so good about it? It's Good Friday. You obviously are not a Christian, are you?
I am a Christian. I am a member of an historic, independent, unincorporated, KJV only, Sovereign Grace Baptist Church called the Minneapolis Church.
Oh, well then. I guess you missed the memo about Good Friday.
Let me ask again. What's so good about it?
Good Friday was the day that Jesus was crucified. Don't they teach anything over at that Baptist church?
Only the Bible is taught in our church, not Catholic fairy tales. Who told you that Jesus was crucified on a Friday?
Oh, I don't know. How about the Pope, Joe Lostine, Rick Warren, Benny Hinn, and all the televangelists on TBN? All respectable opinion knows that Jesus was crucified on a Friday.
If those men believe that, that's a good reason to suspect it's not true. Where in the Bible does it say that Jesus was crucified on a Friday?
The Bible says that Jesus was crucified on the day before the Sabbath day in John 19:31. The Sabbath was on Saturday, so that means that Jesus was crucified on a Friday. See, the Pope is right after all.
Don't start your victory lap just yet. John 19:31 says that Sabbath day was an high day, not the ordinary Saturday Sabbath. So that is not proof that Jesus was crucified on a Friday.
Oh, I have never heard that from Rick, Joel, Benny, or Francis.
There's a lot of things you will not hear from those wolves in sheep's clothing. Let's try this again. Where in the Bible does it say that Jesus was crucified on a Friday?
It says that Jesus rose from the dead on Sunday morning at sunrise, and since Jesus was in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights, then we know he was crucified on Friday evening.
Did you go to public school?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Because only government education could produce math skills that bad.
What do you mean?
I mean that it's impossible to fit 3 days and 3 nights between Friday evening and Sunday morning, no matter how terrible your math skills are. Friday evening to Sunday morning is a day and a half, not 3 days and 3 nights like Jesus said in Matthew 12:40.
I've never thought of that. I wonder if Joel, Rick, Benny, and Francis went to public school too?
Likely so. There's another problem with your Catholic fable as well.
What's that?
Jesus did not rise from the dead on Sunday morning at sunrise.
That's blasphemy. How can you call yourself a Christian and say that Jesus didn't rise from the dead on Sunday morning? What do you think our sunrise Easter service commemorates?
It commemorates the pagan fertility festival of Ishtar and Astarte, which the Catholic Church turned into Easter. Why do you suppose that Easter is symbolized by rabbits and eggs, which are both symbols of fertility? Sunrise services are pagan. Go read Ezekiel 8:15 and 16. The Bible says in John 20 verse 1 that Mary Magdalene found the tomb empty when she arrived while it was still dark on Sunday morning, which means that Jesus was already resurrected before sunrise on Sunday morning.
Wow, this is going to make my head explode. So Jesus was not crucified on a Friday, he was not raised from the dead on Sunday morning at sunrise, and Easter is a pagan fertility festival that the Catholic Church hijacked from the pagans and changed the name of? Why didn't Rick, Joel, Benny, and Francis tell me these things?
Because they're charlatans and blind guides.
Okay, so if Jesus was not crucified on a Friday and raised again on a Sunday, then when was he crucified and resurrected?
Well, if Jesus spent 3 days and 3 nights in the grave like he said he would in Matthew 12:40, and he was already risen from the dead when it was still dark on Sunday morning. He would have had to have been crucified on Wednesday evening and raised again from the dead on Saturday evening.
Huh?
Let's count the days and nights. Wednesday night,
Night 1.
Thursday,
Day 1.
Thursday night,
Night 2.
Friday,
Day 2.
Friday night,
Night 3.
Saturday.
Day 3.
So there you have it. Jesus was crucified on a Wednesday and was put in the grave on late Wednesday afternoon before the Sabbath high day began on Wednesday evening. He then rose from the dead on Saturday evening after being in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights, which is why Mary found the grave empty before sunrise on Sunday morning.
Wow. This is amazing. Now I no longer have to suffer from cognitive dissonance trying to believe that a day and a half is 3 days and 3 nights. Thank you for saving me from celebrating a pagan fertility festival under the guise of honoring the death and resurrection of Christ.
You're welcome.
Well, at least I can still celebrate the birth of Christ at Christmas.
I'm afraid not. Christmas is just another pagan sun-worshipping holiday that the Catholics stole from the pagans and renamed. But that's another video. For videos on Christmas, check out the link in the description of this video.
I will definitely do that.
I rest my case. Now, can anybody explain why they are still continuing this charade? Please.